I'm debating consulting the spirits for guidance. Given recent events, my mind has turned to the past. Namely, my junior high sweetheart, Heather. I stalked her on social. She's a librarian, which is not that far. I can't help but thinking maybe our story isn't finished.
But if you ask me...
Oh, sphere of knowledge. Should I call Heather? In that case, maybe an email. That's good, right? No pressure. 'Tis only fitting, since you were the one who dug it up from my mind. No rush. But Archie, you do realize you are playing with forces far beyond your understanding or the natural world. You don't know where your powers come from or why palladium specifically weakens you and not the others. And chasing immunity is worth the risk this ore poses you. True, but unlike you, I do have experience in the supernatural. So I can define a pathway through this for you, without it costing you your life. Nana, have you seen my book on Rasputin? Okay, well, can I have it back? I'm doing some research and it may contain some esoteric information to help poor Archie.
Or is it mailed to your email yet?
No. In your experience, people also communicated by pigeon. Now get my Russian tome, you Baba Yaga. Look like death warmed over, Archie. I knew something was gonna happen. You're an amateur trafficking. Build up an immunity to it, yes, and you will the right way. With some of my yummy. You have to titrate your exposure, Archie. Like the Russian mystic Rasputin did. He ingested small amounts of diluted poison over time to build up a resistance to it. Absolutely. He became almost impossible to kill. They had to drown him in the end. Oh, trusted oracle. Still no email from Heather. Should I call her? Screw it.
Greendale Public Library, this is Heather speaking. How may I assist you?
Anemia. That's interesting. Diagnosis of anemia means the level of metals in your blood is practically non-existent, which would account for your plummeting weight. It's feasible the palladium has neutralized the other metals in your body, compromising you. It could be at this point that you've poisoned your body and it's simply breaking down. Replenish your iron-depleted system, rebalance your humors, whilst I consult my medical texts. I prepared an assortment for you. Hemlock, nightshade, snake root. Just remember there's no shame in having your stomach pumped. As promised, I continued to do some research in my archives and came across an ancient spell of transmutation in an alchemy book. And before you roll your eyes like lead or iron into gold, but they did devise a spell that could turn gold into iron. Not particularly useful, until now. Because after all, what is palladium but white gold? If the spell was used on you, it could potentially neutralize the palladium that has seeped into your body by transmuting it into iron, the very iron your body so desperately craves. Moreover, if I apply a certain amount of heat to your body, the way the ancient alchemists did to metal, you could be forged. Strengthened, made impervious, perhaps even to palladium. Since you are currently in a weakened state, the heat needed for forging might kill you. True. Of course. I understand. So it's as you suspected, you are immune to poison. How marvelous.
To this book you lent me, however venomous spiders may be, they don't ever poison themselves.
Aha. Meaning, mayhap you can modulate the poison you secrete as well.
I think...
As long as you control your emotions, you should be able to move throughout the world without indiscriminately poisoning people. What about kissing even dispassionately?
That's still very much a third rail, alas.
Here. This belongs to you now. You may be venomous, Veronica, but you are also resilient. You read that alchemical spell whilst I manifest witchfire inside you and pray that you survive. Ready?
Meet Ligiate keipa tome.
Do you feel anything yet?
Sesindias kimitias stagianas kimati fiesto.
You all right?
Sit fast.
Heather, is that really you?
You called me.
I came.